Chapter 6. The Storm That Walked Outside. There comes a moment in every healing when the world knocks. Not loudly, not cruelly, but with enough force to ask a question. The Wandering Tavern felt it just after dusk. A subtle pull beneath the floorboards. A leaning of the walls toward a road we had not yet walked. The kind of movement that means the tavern has chosen where it must go next, even if the reasons are not yet clear. I stood behind the bar, listening to the way the air shifted. "This one won't be gentle," I murmured. Arinya looked up from the hearth, her expression already knowing. She had learned the tavern's moods the way sailors learn the tides. "Sella?" she asked. I nodded slowly. "Yes," I said, "and the storm she carries." Morning arrived wrapped in fog. When the tavern settled again, we found ourselves at the edge of a wide, open plain. Tall grasses bending beneath a low gray sky. No thunder yet, but the air was heavy with unshed rain. Sella stood at the doorway, fingers curled into Arinya's sleeve. "It feels louder out here," she whispered. "It always does," I said gently. "The world has a habit of echoing when we try to keep quiet." The storm singer joined us, her gaze fixed on the horizon. "This place listens poorly," she said. "It answers storms with fear." Sella's shoulders tensed. "I don't want to hurt anyone," she said again, the same worry returning like a tide. I knelt beside her, bringing my voice low and steady. "Little one," I said, "storms don't hurt people. Fear does. And fear is loudest when it doesn't understand what it's hearing." She studied my face carefully. "What if they don't listen?" she asked. "Then," I said, "you remember who you are and you breathe." The grass whispered as Sella stepped outside. Immediately the wind stirred. Not violent, just curious. The storm inside her answered the sky with a soft hum, a resonance like two notes finding the same key. Clouds shifted overhead. Arinya stayed close, but did not hold Sella's hand. Not this time. This step had to be hers. I watched from the doorway, every instinct ready, every old scar remembering moments like this. The world tested her gently at first. A gust of wind, a sharp sound, a distant crack of thunder. Sella froze. I felt the storm coil, not to lash out, but to protect. "Breathe," I called softly, and she did. In, out. The storm followed her rhythm. The wind eased. The thunder faded into a low, rolling murmur, and the grass bowed, not in fear, in recognition. But the world rarely stops at gentle tests. From beyond the plain came voices, travelers, weary and frightened by the darkening sky. "Storm!" one cried. "Get inside!" shouted another. Fear moved faster than understanding. Sella's breath hitched. The storm surged, sharp this time, jagged, reacting to the sudden weight of so many emotions pressing against her heart. The sky darkened. Arinya took a step forward. I raised my hand. "No," I said quietly. "This is her moment." Sella squeezed her eyes shut. "I am not dangerous," she whispered. "I'm not." The storm trembled. I felt the tavern tense behind me, ready to shelter, ready to close its doors if needed. But Sella did not run. She did not hide. She opened her eyes and spoke. "I'm learning," she said. "Please don't be afraid." Her voice shook. The storm answered, not with lightning, but with rain, soft, even, cleansing. The travelers stopped. Rain touched their skin, cool, gentle, harmless. One of them laughed softly, surprised. Another sighed in relief. Fear loosened its grip, and the storm settled. When Sella returned to the tavern, her steps were slow but steady. "I did it," she said, almost disbelieving. "Yes," I said, "you did." The storm singer knelt before her. "You listened to the storm," she said, "and you taught the world how to listen too." Sella yawned then, the deep, bone-heavy yawn of someone who has carried something difficult and finally set it down, if only for a while. Arinya guided her to a chair. "She'll sleep," Arinya said. "As she should," I replied. "Storms need rest after they learn something new." That night, as the tavern creaked and resettled, I sat alone with the lantern. Its flame burned steady, silver-edged, calm. Storms that walk outside do not disappear. They learn boundaries. They learn kindness. They learn when to reign and when to wait. Sella slept peacefully. The world outside smelled of wet earth and renewal. And the tavern, my old wandering friend, leaned forward, already sensing the final lesson ahead. Because healing is not just learning to survive the storm, it is learning to choose who you become once the rain has passed. And that choice awaited us on the road ahead.